Have you ever found yourself tangled in legal jargon, wishing for a clear, straightforward explanation? Welcome to Beyond Borders Podcast, your gateway to understanding the fascinating world of law. Imagine navigating the twists and turns of real estate, breaking down barriers in business immigration, creating asset protection in complex structures in corporate law, securing your legacy with estate planning, or overcoming financial hurdles like bankruptcy and foreclosure. Each episode is your personal guide, offering practical insights and real-world applications that bring clarity to your legal concerns. We're here to transform confusion into confidence with trustworthy, concise information. So whether you're commuting, hitting the gym, or relaxing at home, tune in to Beyond the Borders podcast, brought to you by Bauer, Gutierrez, and Barbeau.
Welcome back to Beyond Borders, where we break down U.S. immigration law one episode at a time. I'm your host, Gianni Piantini, and today we're diving into what I believe is the most fascinating exclusive categories of visas, the O-1. If you're someone who has achieved national or international success in your field, or you know someone who has, this episode is for you. We'll explore what it takes to qualify for this visa and how it can open doors to working and living in the United States. But before we jump into the nitty-gritty, make sure to subscribe to Beyond Borders for some more content on U.S. immigration law. We cover everything from visa types to policy changes and even share success stories from individuals who've navigated the system. Now let's get into today's topic, the O-1 visa. The O-1 visa is a temporary non-immigrant visa designed for individuals with extraordinary ability or achievement in their field. Whether you're an artist, an athlete, or a top expert in business or science, the O-1 visa might be the right path for you. What makes the O-1 visa appealing is its flexibility. It's initially granted for up to 3 years, but can be renewed indefinitely, allowing professionals to continue working in the U.S. for an extended period. It's also notable that you can bring your family with you, so spouse and children can come along, but they won't be authorized to work unless they apply for their own visa. And keep in mind that the O-1 visa does require a job offer and a petitioner, which can be the employer or a U.S. agent. So what exactly does extraordinary ability mean? For the O-1A, which applies to fields like science, education, business, or athletics, extraordinary ability means that you're at the top percentage of people in your field. So think of Nobel Prize winners or Olympians, though of course you don't have to be at that level. You need to show sustained national and international claim. For artists under the O-1B visa, you need to demonstrate a high level of achievement that sets you apart from others. So we're talking about someone who's renowned, leading, or well-known in their field, whether in the fine arts, music, fashion design, or any other artistic field in reality. For individuals in the television and motion picture industry, such as actors, film producers, or even directors, you need to demonstrate a very high level of accomplishment as evidenced by a degree of skill and recognition significantly above that ordinarily encountered, to the extent that the person is recognized as outstanding, notable, and leading in the motion picture or television industry. So what do you need to qualify for the O-1 visa? There are a set of criteria that you'll need to meet to show that you have this extraordinary ability. For example, for the O-1A, the applicant must meet at least 3 of the following criteria: receipt of major national and international awards, such as the Latin Grammy, membership in associations that require outstanding fields, published material about you in major media or trade publications. So this is press articles that are completely about you and your accomplishments that are published in national or international media or trade journals. Participation as a judge of others' work in the field. So for example, if you're a researcher and you've evaluated students' thesis in your area in a university, or you're a swimmer and you've served as a referee at swimming tournaments. Another criteria is original contributions of major significance, employment in a critical role in a distinguished organization, or commandment of a high salary or significant recognition, which is usually proved by comparing your salary to others in your field. There are similar criteria for the O-1B in the arts, and in this case, you would have to prove 3 of 6 criteria. So those include leading or starring role in productions or events with a distinguished reputation, national and international recognition from critics or the media. So this basically is the same thing as the press articles from the O-1A. Leading or critical roles in distinguished organizations or establishments. A record of commercial or critically acclaimed success, such as through high album sales, high streams on Spotify, and high viewership figures on YouTube for a music artist. Receipt of high salary or substantial remuneration. The bottom line is this: You need solid proof that you've made a national or international level impact in your field. So that could be through the form of media attention, critical reviews, commercial success, or even how much you're paid in comparison to others. As an example, I worked on an O-1B for an artist who had skyrocketed into the Latin trap scene with his bold fusion of reggaeton and hip hop, earning recognition from major industry players across Europe, Latin America, the United States. And he had performed on stages alongside well-known artists, and his viral music videos amassed millions of views on platforms like YouTube and Spotify. To build his case, we focus on his extraordinary influence in the genre. First, we gathered evidence of his award nominations from major Latin music organizations and his collaborations with top charting artists. We also included press articles from internationally recognized media outlets like Billboard Latino and Rolling Stone that highlighted his impact in the Latin trap movement. He also had been invited to perform at prestigious music festivals, solidifying his standing in the industry. By showcasing his massive fan base, media recognition, and collaborations with leading artists, we were able to prove his extraordinary ability and secure his O-1 visa, allowing him to continue his rise in the US music scene. Now, let's dive into some of the questions you've sent us from our social media platforms and our website. These are real questions from real people navigating the complexities of the O-1 visa processes, and we're here to provide some clarity. So the first question, can I apply for an O-1 visa if I haven't won any major awards? Absolutely. While garnering major nationally or internationally recognized awards is very beneficial, you don't have to win a Grammy or an Oscar to qualify. That's the good news. If you meet other criteria like having significant media coverage or performing in a critical role for an organization, you can still have a strong case. You just need to meet at least 3 of the 6 criteria, for example, for an O-1B, or 3 of the 8 criteria for an O-1A. Question 2, can I switch to an O-1 visa if I'm already in the US on a different visa? The answer is yes. If you're already in the US on another visa, you may be eligible to change your status to an O-1. This process involves filing an O-1 petition with USCIS. However, it's important to note that a change of status only allows you to stay and work in the US under the O-1 classification. It does not grant an O-1 visa. So this means that if you leave the United States after your change of status is approved, you'll need to apply for the O-1 visa through consular processing at a US embassy or consulate abroad before returning to the United States. So in other words, you won't be able to re-enter the United States without that visa. It's crucial to plan around any travel commitments and consult with an attorney to ensure your transition goes smoothly. Before we wrap up, let's touch on some trends and updates in the world of business immigration and specifically the O-1. One important thing to note is that while the demand for O-1 visas has increased, USCIS has been scrutinizing applications more closely in recent years. So it's very critical to present a strong case with ample evidence of your achievements from the get-go. At the same time, the US continues to recognize the importance of attracting top global talent. So whether you're an athlete, artist, or entrepreneur, the O-1 remains a crucial pathway for individuals who are shaping industries and making significant contributions to our country. That's a wrap on episode 3 of Beyond Borders. I hope this breakdown of O-1 visas gave you a clearer picture of the process. If you have more questions or want to get in touch about your own visa case, you can always reach out to me on social media or through my law firm. Don't forget to subscribe to Beyond Borders so you never miss an episode, and share this podcast with anyone who might find it helpful. In our next episode, we'll be talking about the EB-1 visa, another path for extraordinary individuals looking to make the US their home. Until next time, I'm Gianni, and this has been Beyond Borders, where your American dream takes flight.
Thank you for tuning in to the Beyond Borders podcast. We hope you found today's episode informative and engaging. Our goal at Bauer Gutierrez and Bourbon is always to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to navigate your legal challenges with confidence. Remember, our experienced team is always here to assist you with your legal needs, whether it's in real estate, estate planning, corporate law, bankruptcy, foreclosure, taxation, or of course, immigration. If you have any questions or would like to discuss your situation further, please don't hesitate to contact our office. Stay tuned for more episodes, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Beyond Borders podcast.